It's an AI war out there. They all pretend they are the best. OpenAI with ChatGPT, GPT-5, Gemini from Google, LLaMA from Meta, Claude from Anthropic. They are the best. But you can only have one best, no? So then, what's the answer? Are they the best? Could they all be the best? I always say that you should pick the right tool for your task. And that's exactly what you have to do. But in order to pick the right tool for your task, you know the different tools that you have at hand and what are they good for. And that's exactly what we want to do here. This video is part of a larger series where I want to share more knowledge about AI, and I want to let people understand what AI really is and its strengths and its weaknesses, and that's exactly what we will do here. Let's take a tour through the world of generative AI and explore some of the most known Gen AI models. These are smart models that can create text, images, code, and so much more. They're ready to help us with all sorts of tasks, from answering fun or serious questions to help us learn a topic or even help us code. We interact with these models in several different ways. We have different tools for generating code, different tools for generating images, for generating videos, for chatting with the models. At the base of it, there are foundational models. So what are these? A foundational model is a large general-purpose AI model trained on massive and diverse datasets that can later be adapted or prompted for many specific tasks. I'm 100% certain that you've heard of OpenAI and ChatGPT with it, currently GPT-5 model. But there are other models as well out there. You may have heard of some of them or all of them. There are different models with their own strengths and weaknesses. Think of it like different superheroes with different superpowers. Each model has different superpowers. And it's not just the basic GPT. You may think of ChatGPT when I speak about AI, and some of you probably that's what AI is, that ChatGPT interface. But let's clarify some aspects first. We speak about OpenAI and ChatGPT and GPT-5, so a little bit of clarification here. OpenAI is the company that develops these foundational models like GPT-4 or GPT-5. GPT-5 is one such model, an AI model. And ChatGPT uses those models through a user interface. So you can interact and type your question or speak with model. We actually interact with AI in different ways. We interact with it through a user interface as a tool, but we also can use these models and integrate them programmatically into our own system. Develop new tools for generating images, incorporate them in our products, integrate them into new products, and so on. First, let's see which one to use as a user and see what's their main strengths and weaknesses. Almost everybody heard of ChatGPT. ChatGPT is really good across diverse topics. We have general good results for text, audio, image capabilities, even video, still in development video. It's very good for creating content generation, whether you need to brainstorm ideas, you need to generate some text, an image. It's a very good option for that. On the downside, the costs are higher compared to other commercial solutions. When we speak about integrating an OpenAI model into our pipeline, as we scale, it can adapt. It has some very good results in many areas, and it's a good option to try when we need good results. But it comes with a cost, and it's best known for its multi-purpose use. Just as OpenAI has ChatGPT as the interface and GPT-5 as the model, we have Gemini from Google. One mention, I forgot to tell you about this little ground icon here. This means that you can use that link as a playground on how you can interact with the model. Just go to gemini.google.com and you can interact with it, like the web interface. Gemini is very good for multimodal tasks. For text, image, videos. You probably heard of Nana Banana. That's one of the latest releases from Google. That's very good on image generation, creating mockups, placing products, generate different ideas that you have. Very, very good on that. Another very good expert for Gemini is the long context understanding. This means that you can work with bigger chunks of information, like bigger documents, a whole PDF, like tens, hundreds of pages. And you can work with it as a whole, not necessarily break into pieces that can lose some information. Another thing that I like about its shrinking capability, you can see it in Google AI Studio, share screen, and interact with it. And also it has an API stream capability as well, so you can integrate it with different workflows. And another honorable mention is the Google Space integration. It's directly integrated into Google Workspace, so if you use Google Workspace tools for your work tasks, you have it out of the box in there. And the downside is sometimes overly cautious. You can see a bit of censorship in that, but in some cases it may be a good thing. In other, it will not tell you everything. It's best for analyzing and summarizing lengthy research with text and images, and for image generation with Nano Banana. Moving on, we have Claude. It's known for being safe and ethical. Claude's from Anthropic. They started this model with the idea of building a foundational model that is safe and has some ethical responses. It's very good in advanced reasoning, so if you have complex topics, a place to go. Also very good in coding. Originally, OpenAI's models were maybe better, but now I think Claude has the best coding generator out there. It's excellent at long form, writing, analysis. So if you have to rephrase an email, OpenAI is good. But if you have to write a book and interact with the model to help you do that, Claude is better. On the downsides, it's good on analysis and everything, but not so much on the creative part or image generator capability. Where to pick Claude? If you have something complex, nuanced, and ethical reasoning. Moving on, we have Perplexity. Perplexity is the place to go when you need source-based answers. We'll see that when you get the answer, you also have the sources attached to them, so you can cross-check what it says. It's concise, it's fast, not so much creative, but it's not its main purpose, creativity. It's best for research topics and market analysis when you need to gather factual and relevant data. Moving on, we have DeepSeek. It's no longer the playground there, it's an open source model. It doesn't mean that you cannot go to that link and use it as a playground and test it out. It just means that it's also an open source model, which means that you have access to the model itself. It's very good at encoding and math, high performance model. One issue with DeepSeek is its data privacy. It's not certain that the sensitive data that you share remains private. So better be safe here. But it's very good in STEM challenges. And it's open source. So you can just install it locally, just play with it. Another open source app with, of course, a commercial version as well is Mistral. It's a French option. It's called Le Chef. It's multilingual reasoning and very good in OCR capabilities. It worked a lot in delivering better and better models with OCR capabilities. So go check out if you need to extract data and understand data from an image with text. Or you want to interact with it in another language different than English, and you want to make sure that you capture the cultural significance and cultural nuances that other models are not so aware of. Not so much in the coding or image generation, more on data extraction, OCR capabilities. Another open source option, LLaMA, it's very good to start research projects and needs some engineering to set up properly. LLaMA is very good when you need to set up locally for research and development without having a bill attached to using the model. The newer kid on the block, Grok. Grok is Elon Musk's XAI's model. It has a direct integration with X, former Twitter, which means it is very good to access trends, market insights, this kind of information for social listening, media monitoring, and we are talking about real-time trends. Another very good option, when would you use Grok, is for its truthful and lack of censorship. Of course, some things are censored, so we do not tell you how to blow up the entire population, but it is considerably less censored than other models. Grok presents itself as a free AI assistant designed by XAI to maximize truth and objectivity, which offers real-time search, image generation, trend analysis, and more. Being newer, well, it is still maturing, and the accuracy can be hit and miss sometimes, which makes it less suitable for enterprise setups. It is its con. But that's why we have more models. We have this kind of presentation so that you know which one to pick. So for Grok, just go with Grok when you need to access more sensible information and when you need to have trends and market insights. As you can see, there are many options. They give you different ideas, different directions, but hopefully, based on what we presented here, you know which one to pick for your direction, and you just go with that. I will leave in the resources section also a cheat sheet on the models that you haven't had, so you can just go and check that out.